This word that I hold is a mirror. I believe what it says. I believe what Jesus did for me. And I believe Jesus is the word. You may be seated. Brothers and sisters, as we begin to talk about certain things, yes, we do have things from time to time that causes us a lot of struggle. We have things that come at us. We have people who disappoint us. We've gone into family skirmishes, friendship skirmishes, job skirmishes with people who seem to have a bad attitude, who seem like all they can do is think about figuring out a way to cause me to trip up. They've done me wrong. They've done you wrong. And you're just wondering, how do we deal with people who do us bad when we haven't done anything to them? Many of us struggle with those sort of things, and we get angry and we want to fight back because it is human nature to want to defend ourselves. It is human nature to want to get back at people who seem to have nothing but evil against us. They want to come at us. They want to come at our children. They want to do everything they can to undermine and cut our character. They begin to speak lies and spread lies in the community, and you haven't done one thing but just be who God has called you to be. God is saying right now He understands the character assassinations that we have to deal with. People speak those violent lies. They may not have thrown a punch at us, but they've thrown a bag of boulders at us, talking about things we have no idea about. God is saying this morning He understands. And He gives us some clarity from the Apostle Paul. And Paul gives us some instructions on how to avoid being like them. What we have to understand, brothers and sisters, is sometimes what you are seeing are people who don't know who they're supposed to be. They don't have an identity that's centered on Christ, but you do. They are so off-centered, so messed up, so lost. All they know how to do is attack and make you unstable. So Paul gives us some instructions on how to avoid stumbling blocks. And we've been in the book of Romans since I've been teaching over the last few weeks. So we're going to be dealing with Romans 12. And we're going to start at verse 9. But what I want us to understand is that one of the most important things to understand about love is essentially God saying to us, do not be a stumbling block that keeps people from repenting and turning to God. What is a stumbling block, you ask me? So we're going to set it up for you this morning. A stumbling block diverts the person's attention from seeing God and who they are and what they've done, and focusing on what you have done as you responded to their issues. A lot of times when we want to dish out evil for evil, that's our flesh. And when you think you feel like it's the right thing to do, what you're doing is playing into the hands of the enemy. You're attacking someone in the flesh. They're going to attack you back. And then you find yourself in this chaos, this stuff that's spinning out of control. And it's happened to families. There are families that are broken apart because no one is willing to just humble themselves and say, Lord, I'm going to do right by people.
Hello, I'm Vincent J. McCaskill, Senior Pastor of By God Inspired Fellowship in South Haven. I would like to invite you to our new South Haven campus. We're located at 7065 Airways Boulevard. We're directly across from Regions Bank on Airways Boulevard at Goodman Road. I invite you and your family to come and worship with us on Sunday mornings at 10:30 a.m. and also for our midweek service, which is called Wednesday Recharge. We begin at 6:30 p.m. I hope to see you here. Welcome home.